So today we're going to compare irrational numbers. So my first example has the cubed root of 64 versus 17 over 4, and we want to know which one is greater. So we need to get these in a format that I can compare a little easier. And we know that 64 is 4 times 4 times 4, so the cubed root of 64 would be 4. And 17 over 4, if I divide 17 by 4, I get 4.25. And now it's easy to see which one is greater. 4.25 is greater, so I can say that 17 over 4 would be my greater number. Let's do another one. I have the cubed root of 27. Well, 27 is 3 times 3 times 3, so the cubed root of 27 would be 3. I have the number 2.89, so I don't need to do anything with that one. And I want to know which one is smaller. Well, that's easy to see at this point, 3 versus 2.89. The smaller one is 2.89. Now I'm going to look at the square root of 121 versus the cubed root of 125. Well, square root of 121 is 11. The cubed root of 125 is 5 times 5 times 5, so the cubed root of 125 is 5. So now I can easily see that 5 is smaller, so I can say my smaller number is that cubed root of 125. Now I'm going to take a look at one more set to compare. I have the square root of 49, which is 7, and I have the cubed root of 216. 216 is 6 times 6 times 6, so the cubed root of 216 would be 6. And so the question is, which one is smaller? That would be the cubed root of 216. Okay, so we're just going to compare them, get them into fraction or decimal form that makes it a little easier, and then just compare. Now I have 4 irrational numbers, or 4 numbers in radical form, I should say. And we're going to take a look whether they're rational or irrational. And I need to compare them and then put them on a number line. So first of all, I'm going to compare them. And even though they have a radical sign there, I can still compare what's inside the radical sign and see which one is the smaller versus the larger. So if I look at these numbers, 144, 133, 120, 130, my smallest number inside is 120. So it will still be, when I take the square root, my smallest. So then I have the next largest one would be square root of 130. And then the next one would be square root of 133. And then my last one would be the square root of 144. So that gives me the perspective of largest to smallest. So now what I'm going to do is take a look at my numbers. The square root of 120, if I do it on the calculator, is 10.95. The square root of 130 is 11.4. The square root of 133 is 11.53, so just a little bit bigger. And the square root of 44 is 12. Now, these first 3 are irrational. My last one, square root of 144, this is rational, but we can put rational and irrational on our number line. So first one, 10.95, well, that's a little bit before 11, so I'm going to put it right here, square root of 120. And then I have 11.4 and 11.53, so I'm going to say that right here would be square root of 130, and a little bit bigger than that would be square root of 133. And then my last one would be 12, which is the square root of 144. Okay? So this is just comparing rational and irrational numbers, comparing them just between 2 numbers or putting them on the number line. Okay? So let's try some practice.